Unmute.
Thank you everyone for joining us for the second innings of this semi-final between Chicago Cardinals and DeePark Dynamites. The DeePark Dynamites have posted a reasonable score of 135. And Chicago Cardinals have so far started decently with 4 runs of the first 4 balls. It's a nice cool evening at Hanover Park. The conditions are a little heavy, so it's going to be a good chase. Prithvish coming in to bowl to Arvind. And Arvind slices it towards backward point. And it goes for a boundary. It was a full ball outside off stump. Arvind slicing it away. Chicago Cardinals 8 runs of the first 5 balls. Prithvish coming in to ball, the last ball of the over. That's a nice hit towards mid-off, and it goes all the way for 4 runs. So solid start by Chicago Cardinals. Arvind giving them a good start. 3 boundaries of the first over. Lovely shot towards long off.
Talk about this also.
So Itasca Warriors are already in the final. And this is the semi-final between DeePark Dynamites and Chicago Cardinals. Whoever wins this game will play the final on Thursday. Seems like we'll see spin from the other end. Yash is marking his run-up. Will be bowling to Kranti, who's a left-hander. They have a deep mid wicket and long on the boundary. Yash coming into ball. Cut away towards point. Straight to the fielder, no run. The ball was a little short in length, but the batsman not able to find the gap.
No, I got it, but you can use it.
Good line and length by Yash. Bowling towards the off and middle. Yash again. Nice ball played towards backward point. It's a good quick single and well backed up by the fielder. Good start by Yash so far. Just one run of the first 4 balls. 2 balls to go with the righty on strike. Arvind so far has scored 12 runs of 6 balls with 3 boundaries. Yash has a deep point and a long on as his deep fielders. Actually, he has moved his fielder to cow corner, the mid-wicket area. Yash coming into ball to Arvind. Arvind pulls it, goes off the top edge towards backward point. They take two runs of the 5th ball of the over. Lucky for Arvind, it didn't go into the hand of the fielder. It was a top edge, but he swung it hard, so the ball went past the 30-yard circle. That's the wagon wheel for DeePark Dynamites innings. They started off well. The first 10 overs they were at about 70, but then dot ball to end the over. Good over from Yash, just 3 runs of his first over. Cardinals off to a good start, 15 of the first 2 overs. So as we can see, DeePark Dynamites were doing well by the halfway point. Then their innings stuttered a little towards the 15th and 16th over before they came back better in the last 2 overs to end with 135. Special shout out to our sponsors, Masala Twist, Desi Tadka, Prithvish to continue. He will be bowling to Kranti. So they have a deep cover and a deep mid wicket as the boundary riders for Prithvish. Bowling to Kranti. And here is Prithvish into bowl. Struck well, but right onto the hands of mid-on fielder. No run taken. So he has moved the mid-on fielder to long on, and deep point or deep backward point or deep point has been brought up. So the 2 deep fielders are long on and mid wicket. Prithvish coming into ball, the 2nd ball of the over. It's a very nice ball, cutting away from the left-hander. The batsman was comprehensively beaten. Kranti is off to a slowish start. 6 balls and he's managed just a single. But the overall score is is okay. The run rate is fine. If you look at the overall mix of things. Prithvish coming into ball. Quick single. Direct hit might have been close, but Arvind makes it. Good pickup and throw, but wasn't able to hit the stumps. Might have been an interesting one though, if it hit the stumps. This should be an interesting contest. Arvind took Prithvish for 3 boundaries in his first over, so let's see if Prithvish can come back. Prithvish again with 4th ball of the over. Arvind goes for it, but it's a wide ball. So he'll have to re-ball that one. Prithvish coming in again. It sliced towards third man area, and they're able to run 2 runs. Arvind probably got struck by the ball, so he's feeling it a little, but he seems okay and ready to face the 5th ball of the over. 19 for no loss of 2.4 overs. So far, Chicago Cardinals will be happy with the start they have, but Prithvish again for the second last ball of the over. Hit away towards the pavilion, 4 runs. Nice pull shot by Arvind. The ball was slightly short and was picked up very nicely by Arvind, who looks in good form. 4 boundaries in his 20 of just 10 balls. So Arvind definitely kicking this chase along. Last ball of the over coming up. Prithvish to ball to Arvind. Good length ball played towards point, and they run a quick single. Arvind will keep strike. 3 overs, it's 24 for no loss. Good start by Chicago Cardinals. So DeePark, in comparison, we're already a wicket down and we're off to a slowish start. So Cardinals definitely have made a strong start to this run chase. They're at 8 per over right now, and the required run rate is about 6.5, 6.6 per over. So they're doing well so far. Yash to bowl to the righty, Arvind. They have a deep mid wicket and a deep point. Those are the fielders which are outside the circle. Yash coming in to bowl to Arvind. Cut away towards deep point. They think about 2 runs, but they come back. Well fielded by, I believe it was Mannan. Actually, JP was a fielder, so good. The current run rate is 7.89, so Cardinals definitely ahead of the required run rate at this point. Yash coming in to bowl to Kranti. Slip is moved a little wider. Just searching for the edge of the lefty. Nice use of the feet. Straight to long on though, who takes a good catch. Good flight and well received by Yash. The shot was on, but he wasn't to the pitch of the ball and had one hand off the bat, so couldn't get complete power into the shot and go straight into the hand of the long on fielder. So Kranti holds out. Yash bowling a good ball, flighted ball, loop and spin, receiving the batsman in the flight. Israr ul Haq is the new batsman for Chicago Cardinals. He's a right-handed batsman. Israr taking guard. Four balls to go in the over. Yash will continue from over the wicket. And the deep fielders are mid-wicket and long on for Israr, who's known for his big hitting, so this will be an interesting contest. Yash coming into bowl to Israr. Tries to nudge it, gets leading edge towards extra cover. No run taken. Three balls to go. Yash ready to bowl. Nicely cut away. Couple of bounces into the fence it goes. Nice shot, waited for the ball and hit a nice night cut shot off the back foot. The ball was a little short and he didn't have the protection, so maybe we'll see a change in field if that's going to be the line of attack. Nice way to get off the mark with a boundary. Yash coming in again. 2 balls to go. This over. Flights it and hit towards extra cover. In fact, hit very well. It goes all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. Couple of bounces into the fence. An excellent cover drive. Flighted ball, playing it against the spin. But there was a lot of good timing and power behind that shot which took it all the way. The outfield isn't the quickest, but yeah, that was very well struck. So Israr off to a good start as well. 8 runs of the first 3 balls he has faced. We do see a change in field now with the deep extra cover and a deep mid wicket being the 2 deep fielders. Long on is in. Yash to bowl. And Yash bowls a wide. He'll have to re-bowl this one. Even though he got a wicket off this over, it's gone for 10 runs already. Last ball coming up. So it went off the edge and it was a difficult chance and dropped. He almost took a great catch though. Good attempt diving to his right. But the ball didn't stick and popped out right when he got to ground. So life for Israr. 4 overs, 35 for 1, Chicago Cardinals. And we'll probably see a change in bowling. We'll see spin from both ends now. Dharia is going to be bowling from the other end, and Israr is on strike. I'm sure the Chicago Cardinals dugout and management are happy with the start they've gotten so far. Even though they've lost a wicket, their run rate is almost 9 per over. So the two deep fielders for Dharia are deep mid wicket and deep extra cover. Dharia to ball to Israr. Quick single taken. Good judgment shown by the two batsmen and good understanding. Hitting the gap and running a quick single. Dharia to ball to Arvind. Short ball. Arvind pulls it. Bad ball pulled all the way to the fence for 4. Couple of bounces. Arvind, the way he's batting, he won't miss out on such balls. That was a half tracker almost by Dharia. And Arvind taking full advantage. He moves to 26 of 13 balls. Definitely Arvind looks in the mood today. Dharia will be coming from around the wicket, changing his line. The field stays the same though. Dharia to bowl to Arvind. Little short cut towards point. No run taken. Quick fielding by the point fielder, not allowing the single. 2 balls to go. Dharia with his 5th ball of the over. Arvind slogs it towards deep mid wicket for a single. That was a nicely pitched ball. 6 runs of the over so far, 2 balls to go. Dharia to ball to Israr. That's a nice ball. Bounced a little. No turn, went straight with the arm. Israr tried to cut it but was late on the shot. Last ball of the over. Little short cut away towards point. But they'll only get a single. The fielder at point does a good job. So it's 42 for 1 after 5 overs. Chicago Cardinals off to a good start. Definitely when we look at the wagon wheel, you do see that Chicago Cardinals have kind of created their own path towards this total. Okay. The worm definitely is on its own and splitting away. But it'll be an interesting chase as the ground conditions are not the easiest. So once the field restrictions are over after 6 overs, it'll be interesting to see how they are able to manage the chase. Even though the required run rate is close to 6 per over. Yash coming into ball to Israr. Cut hard towards point. They're looking for 2 and they'll get it easily with a slight misfield. Little short from Yash and Israr was able to take advantage and cut it hard. Even though it was in the air, it was in the gap. 2 runs of the first ball of the over from Yash. short ball pulled away towards deep backward square leg. It bounced a little and it could be tight. And they've appealed for a run out. The umpire hasn't decided yet, but let's see. And there's a run out review going on. So the officials will be looking at the replay and deciding on this one. Let's stay tuned, guys.
Stay with your on-field decision. Crease is not visible.
Close call, but it goes in favor of the So Star survives. It's a not out call by the umpire. Close call, but had the throw been over the stumps, we definitely would have seen a run out. Yash to bowl to Israr, third ball of the over. He goes for it and gets beaten. The batsman is in the crease though. So leg umpire will put the stumps back in place. Good line from Yash. Beats the batsman. This is the replay of the run out appeal. Definitely a better throw would have had the batsman short. The keeper had to move before he could move the stumps. That gave the batsman enough time to come back. So Israr survives. Yash coming in to bowl. Cut away towards point. They'll just get a single though. The ball not travelling that much. And the fielder did well. As we see the run out appeal again. Yeah. Better throw would have definitely had an out. Yash bowling to Arvind. So tries to cut the ball, but it's given a wide. Yash not impressed with the umpire's decision, but umpire's call is the final call. 2 balls to go off this over. The last over of power play. Plays a late cut. Tries to put off the bowler by moving in the crease, but Yash Staying with his line and length, bowling a good ball outside off stump. The batsman had been trying to late cut but not able to get a single. Last ball of the power play. The batting power play. Tries to cut it again but misses and gets beaten. So score is 48 for 1 in 6 overs. Chicago Cardinals off to a good start. It's a solid power play. Arvind and Israr both looking in good form. They've made sure that the bat balls go for boundaries, and they've been running decently as well. So solid start by Cardinals. But this will be an interesting phase of the game with the batting power play finished. Now there'll be more fielders outside, so the batsman will have to rely on singles and doubles mostly, with the field being spread out. So Daria has given 7 runs off his first over. He will continue. Daria coming in to bowl to Israr. Drives it towards extra cover. And they're able to run 2. Good running. And then there's possibility of a third, but though they decide against it. Fine cover drive, and the 50 is up for Chicago Cardinals. So as we see the worm flattening out a little in the last couple overs. Short ball cut away towards point. No run taken though. Prithvish does well in the backward point area. Dot ball. Theria coming in to ball to Israr. Third ball of the over. Plays a nice sweep shot. And they're able to get a single. Arvind on strike. He has scored 27 of 17 balls. Looking in good form. Dharia to ball to Arvind. Plays a cover drive towards extra cover in the gap, and they're able to take a single. Dharia doesn't seem to be happy with the field placing, so let's see what he can come back with. 2 balls to go. Dharia bowling to Israr. Short ball, tries to pull it. Goes behind the keeper off a leading edge. The batsmen are able to take a single. Arvind is back on strike for the last ball of the over. Dharia to ball to Arvind. Last ball of the 7th over. Bowls a full ball outside off stump. Tries to drive it towards backward point. Prithvish does well. It's end of the over. 53 for 1 after 7 overs. Special shout out to our sponsors. Just Technology, OMG Grill, Delhi Darbar, the Kebab House, all popular names in the Chicagoland area. Masala Twist, and Desi Darka.
So Adil, what do you think over here? Chicago Cardinals is just cruising by pretty comfortably. Run rate is higher than the required. It's dropping down the target over here.
Yeah, definitely Chicago Cardinals are off to a good start, but this will be an interesting phase of the game with the batting power play is over now, so they'll have to rely on singles and doubles. And then DeePark, if they are able to get some quick wickets, I think they'll be right back into the game. Because chasing is never easy under lights, so but Cardinals definitely have an advantage with the start they got. So
What do you think about Yash Patel over here? A young kid playing in his prime with such a outstanding competition. Like, look at the figures: 3 overs, 20 runs.
yeah, very impressive youngster. I've seen him bowl in all leagues as well, other leagues as well. He's very popular and smart bowler. I think for his age, definitely he's only going to keep improving and get more strong as he grows. Definitely a great prospect for Chicago cricket.
Like, look at that delivery. It was so close, just tempting the batsman to just go for a sweep.
Just to bowl to Israr. Drives it towards extra cover for a quick single. They're able to take a single. Last few overs have been a little quiet with maybe no boundaries for the last 3 overs, but yeah, this is going to be the interesting phase now with a slightly heavier outfield and the fielders in the boundary.
Like, looking at the condition, they really don't need any big shots. They can just keep the game in control, not lose wickets, and pave their way to the finals. It's close, but anything can happen. It's a game of cricket.
Absolutely, sensible cricket will prevail. So if Chicago Cardinals are able to hold their nerve and do the basics right, tries to late cut it. Slightly quicker ball by Yash. Balls it at a good length and it bounces off that length. Definitely a good over by Yash so far.
They have bowled 21 dot balls. It's pretty good in 7.4 overs, but it doesn't look like Cardinals is taking any pressure of all those dot balls. They have hit some big shots every loose ball they got, capitalizing it and just maintaining their run rate.
Yeah. And then DeePark Dynamites, I believe, have tightened the screws a little in the last 2-3 overs with the spinners bowling good lines. So definitely come back.
And a switch hit over here. Oh,
Excellent over by Yash. Finishes his spell. 4 overs, 21 for 1. Definitely did a good job controlling the innings in the power play. And the bowlers from the other end were being hit around. Yash held his own. And finishes with 1 for 21 or 4.
so it's been a very interesting format that has been developed in Chicago Midwest Premier League. The league has had 2 league leaders from both groups all the way qualifying for semifinals, and then we had eliminators, and we are seeing the competition out here. It has been a game after game after game in weekdays, in cold, after rain, but it's a very impressive league, and we are about to find out who our second finalist is going to be, who's going to compete for that trophy on this coming Thursday.
Definitely, it'll be an interesting final with the Ras Cavaniers being one of the finalists. And also coming back to the point, the format and this tournament has been very well hosted, very well organized by the Midwest Cricket League. So shout out to the league and the sponsors and also the volunteers who have worked tirelessly.
Varun Patel into attack. His first over against Israr. He has been quite a dynamic bowler this whole MPL season. It's going to be an eye out for him.
good move by DeePark Dynamites, bringing in the left-arm bowler with two right-handers on strike. Right-handers on the crease, beg your pardon. And Virund is known for his accurate bowling, so this will be an interesting phase of the game. Bowls it slightly short, leading edge towards Jay, who takes an amazing catch. That is an amazing catch by Jay Patel, diving and catching it just maybe centimeters off the ground. That's an amazing catch. Let's look at the replay again. Excellent agility and reflexes shown by Jay, catching it low and does the CPL type celebration. Excellent catch. And Israrul Haq is out.
Great batting by him. He took the charge, had good shots in the beginning. Very second ball, he hit a 4. He was showing his intent, but was not able to carry forward.
Yeah. He started well, and then after the spinners came in, maybe he slowed down a little. So
It was a good innings. 21 runs out of
Yeah.
20 balls, striking at more than 100.
yeah, definitely they were above the required run rate, and they had formed a good partnership. So good innings by Israr. But now he's back in the pavilion.
First Ganji on strike now. Let's take a quick look at the replay again. Amazing catch over here. Just running through, collecting comfortably, just rolling through the motion that he had coming in, and great control over here. Deserves that celebration for sure.
Excellent catch. Will probably be nominated for one of the catches of the tournament, especially based on the impact it might have on the game. So important wicket. This definitely will be an interesting game now.
Rohan Patel coming in the first over, creating an impact, just 2 runs and 1 wicket in 3 balls. How impressive he can be.
Absolutely, the lefty has started very well. Let's see what he can do with the rest of the over. Nicely flighted ball, played towards mid-off. Virund gets a hand to it but can't stop the single. So Khush off the mark of the first ball he faces.
So a target of 135 runs, do you think it's enough for DeePark to defend in Hanover Park?
I feel ideally they would have been happy with a score in excess of 140, but with their bowling and fielding, I think definitely they have the capability to defend. But it also depends on how smartly Chicago Cardinals can chase, because they don't have a huge score to chase. They just have to be sensible and smart with their chase. Slightly short ball played towards the bowler, not able to get a single. He was looking for a quick single, Arvind, but the ball didn't go far, and Virund was able to back up off his own bowling. Definitely an excellent over so far from Virund. Just 1 run and a wicket of the first 4 balls. Virund again to Arvind. Short ball hit towards Jay again. And it goes right past Jay for a boundary. Not the best ball from Virund. It was almost a half tracker, which Arvind takes full advantage of. Maybe Jay was in 2 minds, either to stop or go for the catch, which caused a midfield, but
A slight misfield after an amazing catch. Just we can see ball after ball, the action keeps changing. One time it's with the batsman, one time it's with the fielder.
absolutely. He pulls him again, goes towards Manan Patel, who takes a good catch. Straight to him, and catching under light is never easy, but Arvind is gone. And now DeePark Dynamites are definitely pumped up, and the game has gotten interesting. This will be a very interesting phase in the game, with 2 new batsmen and the spinners in full cry. Next 3 to 4 overs will be critical in this chase.
Rohan Patel coming in, taking 2 wickets. All of a sudden the momentum is shifting. Look at that worm chart. Oh, the run rate. They were comfortably cruising up, and all of a sudden, 2 wickets falling in the same over, bringing them close to DeePark Dynamite. It's a pretty close game.
Yeah,
Anything can happen.
yeah, definitely the spinners having an impact. Firstly, it was Yash who bowled a tight spell, followed by Dhairya, and now Virun. So the spinners definitely having a say on this game, and the game is right on the wire right now. It's on the edge. It could be anybody's game. It's still in the balance, I would say, but definitely we have an interesting 11 overs left. Also, it's a very nice evening here in Hanover Park, so if you're close to the area, feel free to stop by. The temperature is in maybe the late 60s or 70s, but it's excellent weather for cricket.
Chicago Cardinals do have a very strong batting lineup. Their batsmen can clear the boundaries all the way to the bowlers. Like, everyone can bat in this team for sure.
Dhairya to start off his third over. Bowls a good ball outside off stump. The batsman leaves it alone. He's coming around the wicket, so it helps with the angle, going straight through. Dhairya to bowl the second ball of the over. Kush is facing. Plays a drive towards backward point, and it's dropped. Wasn't an easy chance, but definitely got two hands to it, so it does go down as a drop chance. That would have definitely tilted the favor in DeePark Dynamite's side, but let's see what impact this drop catch has on the game. As we all know, catches win matches. Dhairya to bowl to Adnan, the new batsman. Played towards extra cover, slightly short and quick in length. Dhairya to bowl to Adnan. Nice length, outside off stump, and good pace as well. Adnan leaves it alone.
It's so important for bowlers to maintain that 6 to 8 meter range in bowling, especially on a pitch like Hanover Park where you get a natural bounce. You can just let the ball do its thing after it pitch. Batsman can find himself in a trouble if he's not on top of it.
Adnan cuts it towards backward point, gets a single, gets off the mark. Kush to face the last ball of the over. Dhairya to bowl. Cut away towards backward point. Straight into the point's hands, so no single taken. End of the over. It's 61 for 3 after 10 overs. And Chicago Cardinals need 74 of the last 10 overs, and they have 7 wickets in hand. The game is definitely in the balance at this point with 2 new batsmen. Virunt will be bowling to Adnan.
Definitely take the opportunity to get up to 30% off more amazing deals in just Chicago for all the home decor and execute statues and ethnic clothing.
Virunt to bowl to Adnan.
Quite an impressive first over, 1 over 5 runs and 2 wickets.
Definitely Virunt has brought them back into the game with the 2 quick wickets. He's into his second over. Bowling at a good pace and good line and length as well. Very accurate bowler Virund, gets a little bit of turn, but pace and line and length are very impressive so far today. Slightly short in length, Adnan tries to pull it and they're able to run a quick single. Khush to face Virund. Short ball pulled away towards deep mid wicket. They are able to get a single. Nice pull shot by Khush. Ball was slightly short in length. Picked up the length quickly and pulled it away for a single. Adnan to face Virund. Short ball pulled away towards long on for a single. So far they've gotten 3 singles of the first 4 balls of the over. They can afford to take some singles at this point and play out some dot balls, as there's still 9 more overs after this. Cut away towards deep extra cover. Take a single. Virund again to Adnan. Short ball and he's hit it straight to the fielder Dharia. Slightly short in length, but it was at a good pace. Adnan could not get any timing on it and it was hit straight to the fielder Dharia, who takes a good catch. He's ready for the catch. And Virund has his 3rd wicket in only his 2nd over, so Virund is definitely turning it on. 11 overs. Chicago Cardinals are 65 for 4. And as mentioned earlier, Virund is definitely making a difference. 2 overs, 3 wickets, just 9 runs of his 2 overs. And the worm is definitely gotten flat with the red spots that shows the wicket. So at this point, DeePark Dynamites were definitely ahead. So they were off to a good start, but now their run rate has definitely crashed to about 6 runs and over. So definitely this is a good comeback by DeePark Dynamites. Spinners have done an awesome job, especially Virund, taking 3 wickets. Sampath Reddy is the new batsman. But Khush will be facing Dharia. Dharia will be bowling his last over, has done well so far. He hasn't taken a wicket but has been very economical, just giving away 14 runs of the first 3 overs. And he will be bowling out here, bowling his last over. Dharia again to Khush. Bowls are a nice length. Khush had initially thought about driving but held his shot. And the ball just dribbles towards cover. Dharia coming in again. Short ball cut away towards point. Slight misfield there. And they run a quick single. Sampath Reddy will face Dharia for his first ball. Chasing is always tricky in the Hanover Park ground. And if you have good spinners, then definitely you can make life difficult for the team chasing, and that's what we are seeing here today. Still plenty of cricket left in the game. And as mentioned before, Chicago Cardinals have a deep batting lineup, so it's going to be an exciting finish. Area to bowl. Sampat drives it towards extra cover. Gets a single. Gets off the mark. So Kush will be facing Theria. Theria coming in to bowl to Kush. Plays a lofted shot towards long on, and it's dropped. Wasn't a very easy catch though, but he did get two hands to it, and Kush gets another life. If you look at the replay, it wasn't a very difficult chance. The fielder ended up misjudging the catch actually. Not sure if he had to go to ground, but he hit the ground and the ball popped out. Another life for Kush. As mentioned, his second life, so let's see if he can make the most out of it. Definitely one of their important middle order batsmen, so getting two lives might prove costly, but let's see. Theria to bowl to Sampat. 2 balls to go. Plays the late cut and they get a quick single. It's an excellent run. Good response from Kush at the non-striker's end. Sampat has started well so far, 2 of 2. Looks comfortable at the crease. Theria to bowl his last over of the spell. Unlucky not to get a wicket, but let's see if he can get one of the last ball of his spell. Cut towards point, straight into the hand of the fielder. No run taken. 69 for 4 after 12 overs. So Virund will continue his impressive spell. So far bowled 2 overs, taken 3 wickets. Jolted the chase for Chicago Cardinals. Bowls it towards his pads and they take a quick single. Not the best ball that Virund has bowled in the spell, towards his pads. It's an easy single towards square leg. Virund to bowl to Kush. Second ball of the over. Cut away, but straight to point. Well fielded by Prithvish. Went straight to hand, but went at a good pace. But Prithvish did well. Virund again for the third ball of the over. Slightly short in length, but they are able to get a single. Kush was able to cut it. So far a good over from Virund, only 3 runs taken of the first 4. Actually just 2 runs taken of the first 3 balls. Virund again to Sampat. Dabs it away towards extra cover and take a good single. It was close to the fielder, but he timed it well enough so that he gets a chance to get a single. So Sampat so far starting well, getting a single of every ball he's faced. Virund to bowl to Kush. Bowls a short ball, gets away with it though. Gets pulled towards mid wicket. Theria chases and they're able to get a single. Sampat on strike again to face Virund. Shortish ball again. Cut away towards deep extra cover. They look for two, but Chirag cleans up well. They're able to get a single. 74 for 4 after 13 overs. So they need 61 of the last 7 overs. Close to 8.5 an over. Even though the chase started off well for Chicago Cardinals, the spinners having an impact on the game and bringing them right back into the game, especially Virun with his 3 overs, 3 for 14. Excellent spell so far. And we'll now see some medium pace by Rohan, who's known to be a death over specialist, will be bowling the 14th over. Chicago Cardinals might enjoy the extra pace on the ball. Rohan will be bowling to Sampath. First over for Rohan. Drives it towards extra cover. Straight to the extra cover fielder. No run taken. It was a full toss from Rohan, but a low full toss. Not very easy to get away. Headed straight to the fielder. But with the way the ground conditions are, I think Chicago Cardinals might appreciate the pace on the ball. Let's see. Plays a nice drive towards extra cover, but was almost caught by the extra cover fielder, and then direct hit would have definitely had him. So good fielding by the extra cover fielder. Recovered really quickly and hit directly, and a direct hit might have made it very interesting. Good start by Rohan with 2 dot balls. Oh, slightly wide in length, but no wide given, but they're able to run a bye. Oh, it's a wide, in fact. So they get wide and a run, so 2 runs of that ball. Chirag not very happy with the keeper. And Rohan wasn't concentrating on the keeper, and they're able to run an extra bye. So 2 runs taken off that one. I should reball that one as well. So short ball played towards long on, and that's an excellent catch. It's a very good catch. Wasn't easy. Prithvish taking it low towards the long on area. Shortish ball, he dragged it towards long on, but didn't get any timing or power. And Prithvish completes a good catch at the long on mid wicket area. That's a big wicket for DeePark Dynamites. Khush usually is a very steady batsman who is known to take the game deep and plan the chase well, but that's a big wicket for DeePark Dynamites. Abhinay Baki is the new batsman for Chicago Cardinals. Definitely the worm is kind of nosedived a little. As you compare it with the DeePark Dynamites innings, this was the time when they got some acceleration past that 75 to 80 run mark, but Chicago Cardinals worm doesn't look very encouraging right now. Abhinay Bagi is the new batsman. He will be facing Rohan, who has a wicket in his third ball. Rohan bowling to Abhinay. Plays it nicely towards point. Gets off the mark with a quick single. Does Abhinay. So 2 balls to go in the over. Rohan to bowl to Sampath. So far it's been a good over from Rohan. He has kept them quiet. Ball that wide, but was able to come back with the wicket. Rohan to bowl to Sampath again. Drives it towards extra cover. They think about 2, but decide against it. It was a wise decision as the ball didn't go that far. It was timed well.
वरुण आए हैं अपना आखिरी ओवर डालने के लिए। अभी तक 3 ओवर डाले हैं उन्होंने, 14 रन दिए हैं, 3 विकेट्स हासिल करने में कामयाब रहे हैं। वरुण सामना करेंगे अभिनय। अच्छा बॉल, यहाँ पर रन आउट होने का चांस। फील्डर बॉल को पकड़ने में नाकाम रहे। स्क्वायर लेग की तरफ खेला, 1 रन बनाने में कामयाब रहे यहाँ पर बैट्समैन। कार्डिनल्स को 9.6 के रन रेट से खेलना होगा 135 के हदफ को पार करने के लिए। इतना आसान कंडीशन नहीं है, आउटफील्ड थोड़ा हैवी है। अभी इन्हें सामना करेंगे वरुण का। एक और अच्छा बॉल, काफ़ी नपीतुली बॉलिंग की है DeePark डायनामाइट्स ने अभी तक। बैकफुट पॉइंट की जानिब खेला, एक रन चुराने में कामयाब है। हवा में खेल दिया है, फील्डर बॉल के नीचे है और चांस ड्रॉप कर दिया, मौका गंवा दिया। बड़ी विकेट थी ये। अच्छा स्पेल वरुण की तरफ से, 4 ओवर में 19 रन दिए, 3 विकेट लेने में कामयाब रहे। बहुत ही नपी तुली बॉलिंग डाली इन्होंने।
Rohan coming in to bowl to Sampath, goes for a pull shot but doesn't get much power or timing. They get a quick single. Definitely getting tight. 15 needed of the last 29 balls. The momentum is definitely with DeePark Dynamites. They have been bowling very tightly, especially their spinners have brought them back into the game. Wickets and dot balls. So Rohan coming in to bowl to Sampath. Balls at a nice length. The ball seams away from the batsman. And the batsman gets beaten. No run taken off. The second ball of the over. Rohan has also started well. 1.2 overs. 6 for 1. Rohan to bowl to Sampath. Third ball of the over. Balls it wide and is given a wide by the umpire. You can see what Rohan's trying to do. He's bowling wide outside off stump, so the batsman has to stretch and reach the ball. His attempt is to get the batsman beaten, bowling it wide outside off stump. But at that time, it was a bit too wide and wide called by the umpire. So Rohan will have to re-bowl that one. Nice line and length by Rohan. Good ball with the ball going over the off and middle stump. Good length and line from Rohan. The batsman gets beaten. He's trying to go for the big drive but no connection at all. Once again, excellent start to the over by Rohan. 3 balls and just 2 runs taken when the required run rate is 10 per over. Rohan again, bowling over the wicket to Sampath. He strikes it well and it goes all the way for a 6. Excellent timing by Sampath. It was over pitched but still had to be put away. Struck right off the middle of the bat and goes all the way for 6. So definitely that will make Chicago Cardinals feel a little better with Sampath middling the ball. 4.2 overs and they need 43 runs. I believe this is the first boundary after the 7th or 8th over, so DeePark Dynamites definitely had tightened the screws on Chicago Cardinals, and let's see if this boundary can help them get away. And as we've seen today, pace on the ball definitely helps the batsman, so it'll be an interesting last 26 balls if it goes the distance. Keeper standing up to Rohan. 2 balls to go of the over. 8 so far of the over. Hits another one towards extra cover, and that is an excellent shot. 1 bounce into the fence. Very well timed. 1 bounce into the fence. An excellent extra cover drive. It was in the slot though for him to drive, and he made the most out of it. Some of the fielders seem unhappy with Manan, but that was quite far from him, it seemed. Even though it went high, it was away from the fielder. So far, it's an excellent comeback to the over from Sampath. So 12 runs of the first 5 balls. 1 ball to go. Hits another extra cover drive. Goes straight to the fielder and they get a single. Sampath will stay on strike. It's a very good over for Chicago Cardinals. They get 13 of the over. Definitely something they needed. And maybe something the game needed as well, to put it right back into the balance. So 38 needed of the last 4 overs. This is turning out to be an excellent game of cricket, and the worm is trying to go in the vertical direction towards the DeePark Dynamites worm. So going all the way to the wire. That's what we expect in a semi-final of a good tournament, and both the teams are living up to the expectation. Let's look at the replay of the last 6 that was hit by Sampath. The ball was in the slot, but it still had to be put away, and Sampath hit it right of the middle. Actually, this is the boundary that was hit over extra cover, the 1 bounce 4. It was in the slot and Sampath made the most out of it. Appeal of a stump, but the batsman was in his crease. So Neil has come into the attack. Left arm over the wicket. Starts off with a good ball outside off stump. Beats the batsman. They attempt to stump, but the batsman is well in his crease. Good start by Neil. Okay. This graph shows the number of sixes, fours, and the singles, twos as well, along with the boundaries. DeePark definitely in the ascendancy. Neil to bowl again. And bowls a wide. So he will have to re-bowl that one. You can see what he's trying to do. Keep the ball away from the batsman, away from his reach, so that the batsman has to stretch and strike the ball, but ends up bowling a wide. So he'll have to re-bowl that one. Neil again to bowl to Sampath, who is looking good right now. Short ball, cut away. Goes towards deep point, and they're able to get 2 runs. Yash tidies up, and the batsman come back for 2 easy runs. It was short outside off stump, and the batsman cutting it hard and taking 2. 35 needed of 22 balls. Sampath seems to be a little tired. Not easy to come back after you bowled 4 overs in the first innings, but he's showing good level of fitness. The game definitely in the balance right now. Maybe slightly tilted towards DeePark Dynamites, but it still could be anybody's game with Cardinals having the right folks at the crease to chase this down. Neil again to bowl to Sampath. Ball to slower one, and that's a splendid extra cover drive. It goes all the way for 6. That was an excellent cover drive. Hit in the air, right off the middle of the bat, and goes all the way. Has to be one of the shots of the day, especially looking at the impact it has on the game. Superb stroke by Sampath. Extra cover drive for 6. Shot of the highest caliber. Seems like Chicago Cardinals are enjoying the pace on the ball. Not sure if DeePark Dynamites have any spillers they can fall back to, because they were the one that brought them back into the game, but seems like most of them have completed their quota of 4 overs, but 3 balls to go. Neil again to Sampath. Loud appeal. Might have pitched outside leg stump. The umpire says no. Good comeback by Neil after being hit for a 6. Might have bowled a slightly slower off cutter. Seems like it gripped a little off the surface as well and spun, so the batsman gets beaten, gets hit on the pad, but it's too high and most likely pitching outside the leg stump. 2 balls to go. We are into the 17th over. Neil bowling to Sampath. Dabs it towards cover and gets a quick single. Smart batting by Sampath. Last ball of the over, AB to face. So far they've taken 10 runs of Neil's first over. Let's see if he can come back off the last ball. And as we've seen all along, wickets can bring you right back into a game. So 1 wicket here, and then again the balance will be in favor of DeePark Dynamites. So anybody's game. Dabs it towards point. Dabs it towards Jay, who doesn't throw the ball and is a little late reacting to that single. They need 27 of the last 3 overs. And two batsmen who are reasonably well set, especially Sampath, who has been hitting the ball really well. So the worm is trying to go past the DeePark Dynamites worm, go over them. So right now it's very tight, and we'll go into a timeout right now and be back after a quick break. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone, after a strategic timeout by DeePark Dynamites. Game is in the balance right now, 3 overs, 27. Rohan coming in will bowl to AB. Pulls it away, slips slightly, but will make the single. Shortish ball in length, but AB was able to get it away towards mid-wicket for a single. Good sportsmanship spirit shown by both teams. Rohan and Sampath, they ran into each other a little, and Sampath had slipped, but he was able to complete the run, and they shake hands at the end, which is good to see. DeePark Dynamites would love to see the back of Sampath, who looks in good form. Rohan again to Sampath. Slices it away. One bounce goes to the deep third man fielder, and the batsmen are able to get a single. The ball was right in between the third man and backward point fielder. It was in the air but relatively safe, and they're able to get a single. "25 runs of 16 balls. Rohan coming into ball again. He cuts it hard and long towards deep extra point, or deep point should I say, and the batsmen are able to get 2 runs. AB throwing the kitchen sink at the ball, getting 2 runs. The shot was definitely on with no deep fielder at third man, and they're able to get 2 runs. 23 runs needed of 15 balls. Sampath at the crease, well set, along with AB, who looks pretty comfortable right now. The game's still in the balance, but I would say it's slightly tilted towards Chicago Cardinals at this point, with 5 wickets in hand and with some capable batsmen back in the pavilion waiting as well. So advantage Cardinals, but a wicket or 2 will definitely change the complexion of the game. 23 needed of 15 balls. Rohan again bowling to AB. He hits it in the air straight, and very well fielded. Very well fielded by, I believe it was Prithvish, saving 3 runs for his team. That's an excellent effort. These are the kind of efforts that can change games. Made sure that he did not cross the boundary, was able to throw the ball before he went past the boundary. Good relay shown by the fielders. Sampath slices it. The fielder is underneath it, and that's an excellent catch taken by Dhairya. And Sampath has to go back to the pavilion. That's a big wicket in the complexion of the game. Sampath goes. And Rohan gets the vital breakthrough for DeePark Dynamites. That was an excellent catch by Dhairya, running back in the lights. Never easy. It was high in the air, but Dhairya took an excellent catch, running behind towards deep third man and taking it. So Sampath Reddy played a solid innings, 29 of 22. Definitely brought back the Cardinals into the game, but his wicket has put the game right into the balance, maybe slightly tilted towards DeePark Dynamites now at this point of stage. Ranadeep Paleti is the new batsman. Definitely capable batsman. Can hit the big ones. It will be interesting to see what he can do. Rohan getting his second wicket. Ranadeep facing Rohan. He pulls it away for a single. Yash throws the ball towards the fielder, towards the umpire's end, but the batsman is safely home. End of the over. 2 overs, 21 needed of the last 2 overs. Definitely a tight game. They need a couple of boundaries, at least one boundary to get back into the game. So we are in for an exciting finish. As mentioned before, that's what we expect in a tight semi-final like this. A very interesting change of bowling. Seems like we might see a spinner now. Chirag Charlie might be coming into the attack by the look of things, but let's see who's going to bowl. Oh, actually it's Prithvish. It seemed like we might see a spinner at this stage, but they want to go with the experienced death end bowler, that is Prithvish, so seems to be a fair call. So whoever wins this game will play Itasca Warriors, who are awaiting the winner of this game, which will be the final will be played on Thursday. We look forward to seeing you all at the Hanover Park ground. I've heard some very good arrangements made by the organizers for this final, so looking forward to a packed house on Thursday for the final. Prithvish will be coming in to bowl the second last over, and he'll be bowling to Ranadeep, who was off the mark of his first ball. So far Prithvish has given 21 runs of his first 2 overs. Arvind took a liking for his bowling in the power play and was scoring boundaries, but let's see what Prithvish can come back with. He's going to bowl the penultimate over of this game. Prithvish to bowl to Rana. Goes for a wild swing and gets beaten. The ball goes over the stumps. That might have been right over the middle stump, but definitely a good start by Prithvish. Bowling the right line and length. Twenty-one runs needed off 11 balls. Definitely advantage DeePark Dynamites at this stage. They have come back very well through their spinners. Ball's a little short in length. Tries to go for it, and Mannan throws back. The ball got to him on the bounce, so it wasn't really timed. Now again with Sampath's wicket, we see that the worm for Chicago Cardinals has flattened out a little. They will need that worm to quickly go beyond DeePark Dynamites if they have to win. Prithvish again to AB, and he bowls him. Straight ball towards off and middle. He's tried to slog it across the line, and AB is bowled. Good bowling, accurate bowling, good line and length by Prithvish. Sticks to the basics. It was a full ball. Possibly could have tried hitting that straight, but he went across the line and missed it completely and got castled. DeePark Dynamites definitely the favourites now at this point of time. Cardinals need 20 of the last 9 balls with 3 wickets in hand. Soman Das is the new batsman. He's the batsman replacing Abhinay Bagi, who got bowled off Prithvish. 3 balls to go in this over. Prithvish bowling to Soman. Bowls an excellent Yorker. He digs it out and they're going for the second. Good running, excellent running by Soman. They're able to complete 2. Still, boundaries is what Chicago Cardinals need. And singles and twos won't really do the trick for them. "18 runs needed of the last 8 balls. Prithvish to bowl to Soman. Critical 2 balls of the game. Soman hits it hard and flat, but it goes straight to the long on fielder. They are looking for a second chance of a run out, but they're able to make it to 2 runs, and then will they get an extra overthrow? They'll decide against it. So good backing up by the fielder at short third man. I believe it was Yash, avoiding an overthrow. Excellent over so far from Prithvish. 5 runs of it. The first 5 balls. Still need 16 runs of 7 balls. 7 balls and 16 runs needed. Last ball of the over coming up by Prithvish. Strong shot straight down the ground. They're able to get another 2. So Chicago Cardinals will need 14 of the last over. Definitely not impossible, but he'll need a couple of boundaries at least for them to get through. DeePark Dynamites definitely looking the stronger of the two sides based on the worm analysis that we see on the screen. But it all boils down to the last over of the game. 14 needed of the last over. Exciting finish to an exciting game so far. Chicago Cardinals had a great start to the power play, but excellent comeback by DeePark Dynamites through their spinners. Special shout out to our sponsors. "14 runs needed of the last over. Rohan will bowl and Ranadeep will be on strike. Soman definitely has started impressively, taking 6 runs of the first 3 balls he has faced, but he is not the one who's on strike. Let's see what Ranadeep can do. Rohan coming in to bowl. Last ball. Last over, first ball. Hits it high in the air. It's sliced towards extra cover and a good catch taken there. Pressure catch. And very well judged by the fielder. So Rohan gets another wicket, and another important wicket.
The game is done, right? We are going.
Excellent catch of the first ball of the over. Rohan again to Datta. He hits it high, goes towards Manan, who takes a good catch. So that's Datta out as well. So 14 needed of 4 balls now with 1 wicket remaining. It's getting more and more difficult for Chicago Cardinals. Excellent spell from Rohan so far. Gets his 4th wicket. Good catching again by DeePark Dynamites. They have been excellent in the outfield. Taken most of their catches, except for a couple of mishaps, but they've been very good in the field. They've stopped runs, and definitely a good performance thus far from DeePark Dynamites, especially after the 6th over of the Chicago Cardinals innings. "14 needed of 4 balls, and they only have 1 wicket to do it. Be interesting to see if Krish is going to rotate the strike and have Soman face the last 3 balls, or he's going to go for it himself. Either way, DeePark Dynamites in the driving seat right now. He hits it onto his boot and they get a quick single. So they need 13 of 3 balls, and the relatively set batsman, that is Soman, is on strike, so this will be an interesting last 3 balls. 13 needed of the last 3 balls. Rohan again to Soman. Hits it hard and flat. Goes straight to the long off fielder, and then that's an appeal for a run out. It was a good throw, and the third umpire has been called upon. So we'll be looking at the replays, and we'll be right back. Okay, that's a run out. DeePark Dynamites win the game. They went for the review, and the third umpire decision is out. The batsman was short of his crease. And this is an excellent effort by DeePark Dynamites. As we look at the replay again, good throw by the fielder, I believe it was Prithvish, and then very well taken, and a good run out by DeePark Dynamites, who win the game by 11 runs. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us tonight. We look forward to welcoming you on Thursday. If you're in the area, please feel free to join us. We have an exciting program in hand. Thank you so much, and have a good night. Bye-bye.